here. We in here. So people get up in here
I
first.
just got my update. Rebellious TV, Friday Night War, AEW, WWE recap.
Right. I know what it is.
I mean, I think the best part is that we actually get wrestling tonight too.
I'm gonna be there tonight too.
No, you won't.
I'm so jealous.
I would be too.
So jealous.
All you gotta do is buy a ticket.
So jealous. I know that shit was fire.
All you gotta do
Oh,
is
it
ticket.
was, especially the Bryan Danielson Suzuki fight, man.
Ugh.
That shit was crazy. That was hilarious.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that, but my man looked like he got knocked out for real.
Yeah, listen. I was making jokes. I was cracking jokes. I said, "Homeboy look like Nate Robinson." You got Deontay Wilder.
That's why I said like if he was faking, yo, you need to start acting.
Oh no, he was for sure faking, but it looked clean.
It looked like legit like a concussion.
It was clean. Inner Circle tag team was fire too.
Damn, I'm so jealous.
Listen, I thought Sammy died on that back. Like watching it live, I'm like, oh my god, he hit the rail. That's how far out he went. I'm like, oh no.
Look at my man Mike here. Oh snap!
Hey.
Hey.
And I still can't see his face, of course.
What you mean? My avatar doesn't work?
Son, why you always gotta be a problem, B?
What happened?
Why you always got a problem? Why you can't just show your face?
Because. All right, hold on.
If he doesn't show his face, his audio works and he doesn't get disconnected.
At least it was like yo like Bitmoji or something to move.
Son, I know you don't like to be the sexy man, but you might bring me people. So I mean, show your face.
They gonna bring the cougars out.
Some people might like the big head with the locks.
The cougar.
The thing is, HIPAA violation. I can't really, show my face because I'm in the gym and I don't think it's appropriate to everybody else to be showing.
Mike, if you don't shut your ass all the way up.
Oh, is that why you breathing hard?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. My mic, my headphones wasn't working.
Oh,
but I'm pretty sure it's stupid and inappropriate.
Yeah.
And unjust.
Of course,
as I'm always treated unjustly.
Pretty spot on.
But you know what I was gonna say, you know what's funny? When people get in here because they ain't here yet. So we did an episode, me, Kenny, and my man Rook, for our new show. You know what I'm saying? Boom or bust, we here. But we did it on Zoom, obviously. Nothing crashed.
Cause Zoom is like it's amazing.
Yeah, Zoom is dope.
But can you use? But you can't go live. Like you can't use. Y'all was live.
No, that's why Zoom sucks right now. But it is what it is.
Oh, okay.
I think what it is
so StreamYard that's causing you the issue.
I think so because technically we're streaming it on 3 different platforms at the same time.
You know what I find crazy though about the Boomer Bust show.
So next question
is that the man who is #1 in the league wasn't there? So I mean I don't know how factual everything that y'all said was there. I mean I think all of y'all have a losing record right now.
First off,
no. I mean I know I'm 4-1.
First off, I'm 2-3.
That's losing record.
I've won 2 in a row. First off,
losing record.
Second of all, I think your team was a fluke.
Oh, is it? You told me shit. You gave me shit about Zeke. When in reality, Zeke is consistent, and the Cowboys are going to be fighting to the last week.
No.
For their spot.
Wait, you talking about the Cowboys?
That's have a good running back.
You know what? See, this is why you're not on the show. Because when I said what I said about Zeke, it was factual. Because they still weren't running the offense that they're running now.
Okay.
Now that they're running the offense the way they should have ran the offense 2 years ago, now it's effective. So now you're definitely going to get Zeke to go off. You're definitely going to get Pollard to go off, and you're definitely going to have all the wide receivers ready to go.
But my team is stacked with players. Like I got Pat, my homeboy. I got McLaurin. I got Zeke. I got. I got Travis Kelce.
Somebody saw you pick McLaurin and they just left.
Huh?
Somebody saw you say McLaurin and they left right after.
And McLaurin was balling out first three games.
He ain't consistent, B.
he caught me some dubs.
But no, the real reason why you weren't on it is because we shoot when you're at work.
Nah, I know. That's usually how it go.
Yeah. Because
all I do is fucking freaking work.
It's Tuesday either 12 p.m. or 6 p.m.
I feel that. But you know, I gotta talk my smack.
I can't.
All right. I mean, since you said smack, let's just get into transitions. You already know who it is. People don't like me like Michael because, you know. I got JJ here. He didn't bring his own music today, so I think we'll go with. Kenny's gonna be late as always. We got CL up in here.
Stay down with my day one niggas with me in the club screaming, no friends, no friends, no.
She ain't got her music either, but we sorry.
I mean, I can forget.
Then we got Mike, so we'll get Mike. I'm
gonna need that basic thugonomics for my team. I don't know what y'all.
All right, player. If you want me to say your name, pause. I'm gonna use you to donate to that super chat, and we'll go ahead and say your name. But what up, though? Welcome to the live.
So what we kicking this off with? We kicking this off with a SmackDown or
you don't watch wrestling, so you don't watch WWE, so.
Oh, okay.
Might as well knock SmackDown right out with you.
I dabble into the important stuff, so I don't watch the content, but I'm still kind of, hip to what's happening. Yes, I hit.
JJ,
we're gonna let that ride.
What's good, man? Listen.
Yeah, this is the second week in a row that done came with some stuff that I just gotta.
Damn.
Whatever.
Did you?
That man got the soundboard on how to act. That's crazy.
I got it on
that part.
I got it on deck until it stream out. Whatchamacallit? Did you watch SmackDown, Jimmy?
I had to catch the highlights. Obviously, I was at AEW for
nothing was good until the end part with Brock and Roman. So let's just get into that and get it over with.
Yeah, I had seen that. I was because I'll be watching clips on YouTube and whatnot, and whatever you post as well. Tell me stay updated. And it looked like it was a decent show, like for the most part. But then I noticed you ain't like the ending. So tell me why. Like, what happened in the ending that you didn't like? Because obviously I didn't get the
What happened?
Who didn't like it?
You say you wasn't really rocking with it.
I just didn't like the show, to be honest. Like, I thought it was like I don't want to look like a man whacker, but it was like Tony said, the go home show was whack.
As per usual.
I feel like I don't know why like the go home shows are always like just ball drop. It's like, okay, cool. We had Mike. We hear you clanging and banging over there. Like,
yeah.
Shoot. You can mute it until you're ready to say something.
We
know.
Well, he's just trying to get his Brock Lesnar on. That's all.
No, we know you're trying to get the women back, but relax.
Wow.
No, I want to survive past 45. So,
my man, clanging and banging.
What's shout out? That's not what they meant.
The Becky versus Sasha, it was cool, but like it wasn't like. I mean, it was a good match, but it wasn't like pay-per-view match. Like it wasn't like like I had to watch that.
You don't think so? I thought it was good. Like I thought it was like on par. Like
no, it was good. Like it wasn't horrible. It wasn't like damn. I wasted my time watching it. It just wasn't like I could have. I don't know. It just to me it was just regular. It was just regular. Like I know what AEW was about to give me, so to me it was just like that's what you came with, some regular shit. That's cool. Like the same shit they always have. Two people outside, two people fighting, one person outside. They're gonna interfere. Something's gonna happen. So that happened exactly what we thought was gonna happen.
But the match finished though. Like that's the thing. Like I mean, again, maybe it's just because WWE is the cynical, but it finished. Like there was a complete match. So to your point, yeah. What's the name? Interfered, but the match itself, the quality. I mean, but you have two great workers. So I guess I get what you're saying. Like you expect them to wrestle good, but you just felt like it was something missing. I felt like it was a little bit like I thought it was complete, and the right person went over, which again it didn't really matter that much. I thought it was good. I really did. Like if I had to rate the match like 1 out of 5 stars, I'd definitely give it like a 3.5, like 4.
Yeah, it's like Kenny said last week. You got great wrestlers. You're always gonna get at least 3 stars. It's just the finished product.
Yeah, match quality matters though. Like even though you have great wrestlers, like match quality matters, and we've seen it recently. With, like is that same show, Zelina Vega and Carmella, they wrestled for at least longer now. They wrestled for 3 minutes.
Ooh, a whole 3 minutes.
A whole 3 minutes. And so like I was very disappointed. I would get that match, a 1.5 because it was bad. And that's from they didn't give it a chance.
Yeah, I just didn't like it per se because it was just predictable. Like it's just always predictable. Like if you're gonna give me what I know is gonna happen, at least make it dope. Like it just wasn't like 5-star predictable. Like I know Daniel Bryan was gonna be Buddy, Bryan Danielson was gonna be Suzuki, which we'll get into later. But it was still a fire match. Like, oh shit, like this is crazy. You know what I mean? Right. But like I said, so that match was cool. The Usos versus Street Profits, another one like
that was really good. Like
good match, but
really good.
Yeah, it was a good match, but it didn't give me like New Day Uso feeling. So,
I don't know. I feel a little like I disagree to an extent. Because what was wrong with it though? That's what I'm saying. Like what didn't captivate you?
It just didn't feel like a go home joint. Like it felt like I've seen this shit already.
So basically, what you're looking for is fireworks for a go home show, like most people are. Like you want to see
but that was a
some
title match
shit,
though.
Okay. So going into, I was hyped because I like the Street Profits. Whatever. Obviously, I love the Usos bloodline, but I want to go. I want to go. No. I want to go into it to where at the end of the match, I'm like, damn, maybe they should get them some Street Profits. I didn't feel like that. I feel like the right people have it, and they should keep it.
I love the Street Profits, man. Every time Montez Ford does that frog splash, bro.
No, I do. That's what I'm saying. I love the Street Profits.
If I ever see that live, I'll be happy, man, because the height this man gets is ridiculous.
Yeah, but I think but what you're saying is chance like you feel like it was conclusive. Like it was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm okay if I don't see them fight again for the title and them take it off the Usos next contenders.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. Unless you do something crazier or get like an edge on you, like, okay, I'm cool. I saw that you lost next. But even though they don't have any tag teams, they're gonna be right back.
Well, they have them though. Like you seen SmackDown, like they loaded up on tag teams. Let's get
back to the tag team conversation. I don't want to see the Viking Raiders. I don't want to see AJ and Almost.
They're not gonna be on SmackDown. So not talking about SmackDown specifically since the draft, but to your point, that goes to like the fact that they didn't build up to that tag match. They didn't piggyback off of the Montez Ford Roman Reigns fight, which would then lead to the Usos them fighting, so it could continue, like so you can feel like, okay, man, I want to see this feud continue.
Like what it didn't build up. You know what it would have been? Like you're making a point. Like, exactly. What would have felt better for me is I think they played instead on Raw where they were basically saying, I think the Usos were saying, yo, we know Usos is going to handle his business, so it's going to be you versus Big E at Survivor Series. So we're trying to get us versus the New Day at Survivor Series too. If I come up, so what would have played better for me was, okay, the match was cool. It was doing this thing. How about I have New Day here or something? To be like, yeah, we're gonna see you at at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just over SmackDown and everything.
You say you don't watch SmackDown.
Right.
You've been over it.
Right. I've been over it for a few weeks. But this is what happens. Every few months I have to take a hiatus from WWE because they do something that just pisses me off. So I have to take a hiatus and then I come back. Like I'll probably come back at Royal Rumble time. Like that feels like the safe time to come around.
No, I think now is because Monday, y'all gonna use it. Now Monday, I think like Monday when all the rosters are filled out and we kind of get like the 2 new shows, I think you should start watching then because it's gonna build up to Survivor Series, which they can't do SmackDown versus Raw because it doesn't make sense. Like they don't have the same, they haven't been wrestling for those promotions for a year and a half. So it doesn't have, you can't use that. Oh my God, they're fighting, because they bleed blue and bleed red because they don't. So they can't use that
Sounds
element.
like you're expecting a lot from Survivor Series.
It's a main show, so you have to. So my expectations is we have to because it's Survivor Series.
Yeah, lower them. Lower those expectations because Survivor Series has been extremely disappointing, except for when they finally had incorporated NXT. And I think the first time that they did it, that's when it was lit. Prior to that, after that, it has been a watered down waste. It's not essential. Like they can honestly remove that as one of the main, was it 4 or 5 pay-per-views? They can remove that. They can remove Survivor Series unless they're going to change the writing and make things better. Now with Vince running NXT, quote unquote, however that's supposed to be, I don't expect for it to be top tier stuff. I don't expect for it to be top tier.
You mean because you can't say do away with Survivor Series?
Not do away with it, but just don't make it one of the main essentials like it has been for the years. Like they can remove that prominence from it unless they're going to make it that way again.
And one way to do that is take away, at least for now, take away the idea of SmackDown versus Raw, make it almost like Clash of Champions, to an extent, and then kind of make the King of the Ring mean something. Meaning, if it's Xavier Woods, who should probably go over, let him fight Roman, like, get that number 1 contender spot. Let him fight Roman at Survivor Series and give us like a different story.
Can I tell you? I'm actually, so fun fact, right? Now, everybody knows how I feel about Xavier Woods, but I don't really like Jinder as well, right? But I'm actually going for Jinder to be the King of the Ring. I feel like logically it makes the most sense.
What?
If you, hear me out here.
And I like Jinder Mahal.
Hear me out. I don't really like Jinder Mahal. Like, I think he's a good wrestler, but I just feel like his character could use some help, right? So it's not really him that I don't like. It's the writing and booking of him that I don't like. So I'll change my wording on that.
Jinder's done.
However, I think that realistically, he probably has the best chance of advancing and becoming the King of the Ring.
I think Xavier campaigned for this, right? And like this is like Xavier's thing. Like he's like, hey, bring back King of the Ring. I want to be King of the Ring. I know Vince hates people, so of course that may not happen. But I think if you give it, like if you make it Xavier Woods versus Finn Balor, it gives it some prestige. And then if you have Xavier Woods go over, but only if they plan on doing something with it, should he go over, and they kind of have him, face Roman Reigns. And again, not to make Xavier Woods a star. I'll let you go ahead, Chance. Not to make Xavier Woods a star, but at the very least make King of the Ring mean something.
But if we want to make it mean something, then don't give it to Xavier Woods.
Build off of it, though.
Hold on.
No, he's had years to build off of being in a New Day. And what has he done? Been stagnant. Been relying on Big E.
He grew. Xavier grew. Remember, he was just a mouthpiece at one point, right? And then he slowly but surely, he wrestles well. He's been like the focal point of like the Usos and New Day. Like, he was like, even when they was going against the Bludgeon Brothers and all of them, like he kind of like the hero of it all. Like he came out like, oh shoot, Xavier Woods, like Apollo Crews, formerly known as Apollo Creed. Like that dude is legit. So Apollo Creed is just Creed. Consequences Creed. That's what his name was, right? Wasn't that him?
So Apollo could have a better shot at King of the Ring. Then I just think storyline, it would make more sense for Jinder to get it.
What about King Balor?
Yo, y'all gonna let me jump in?
Go ahead, my guy.
That was CL fault.
Y'all just eating it up. First off, let me go back to.
That's what we do.
Let me go back. You guys should use the super chat. I don't think you guys can on Twitch, so it doesn't work for y'all.
Yeah, but those are my guys on Twitch.
If you use super chat on YouTube, it helps us see the messages better, and obviously, you know what I'm saying, it donates to the channel, which we love. But I'm gonna try to go back to what Jersey Stunner said originally. Raw's terrible.
My best friend.
Raw's terrible. SmackDown is better, which is the point that I was making earlier. Which is why I was upset, because I feel like as saying that SmackDown is better, I didn't think it was a great show this week. So that's why I was kind of upset about it.
Ooh, that says a lot coming from you.
Yeah, because I love SmackDown. Suplex City, cool. We see it. Brock's the beast now. I love Viking Brock. Roman called him Butcher Brock now. I think I like that better, so I'm feeling that. Gita, I believe. We clearly see that you're like me. You love Roman in the bloodline, so Yeet. Back to Jersey Stone. The King of the Ring isn't the same anymore.
Fact.
We definitely agree on that. Like nothing about wrestling WWE is the same anymore. Everything just seems like watered down, rushed, whatever. To get back to the points of who we should win, I think Ricochet should have won, but obviously they fucked that up, so Ricochet's not there anymore.
That part.
I don't want to see Xavier Woods because I feel like they're forcing. Because I feel like they're forcing him. Let me welcome my man JJ back up in here.
That's right. Come to the side. Come to the side. It's beautiful on this side. I promise you.
Oh boy, what I missed.
JJ, they slamming Xavier Woods.
All right, let me finish.
He's like, wait, somebody's agreeing with her? What?
Finish when I get froze out. I have to get the laptop out. So Xavier Woods, no, I think they're forcing it because we all know that Kofi won. We know that Big E won. So now I feel like they have to give something to Xavier Woods. No, not King of the Ring. Like I'm all for Kofi. I'm all for Xavier winning something because I do think that Xavier is like underutilized, like maybe a good U.S. champ or IC champ. Like,
so start with King of the Ring.
No.
All right, check me out, real quick, because I am going to throw some shade on CL while I say this as well. All right, so her previous comment about the New Day being, you know, for lack of a better term, booty cheeks. Listen,
Ass.
With Big E, without Big E, the fact remains, Kofi is the most decorated wrestler of the trio. That's one, and Xavier Woods is leaps and bounds the best on the mic.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can give Xavier Woods King of the Ring because he's gonna make it entertaining. It's gonna be fun. You know, it's gonna be like a legitimate, like, oh, Xavier Woods is the King of the Ring.
It's gonna be another 24/7 title.
But it's been that for like since Brock Lesnar.
It's gonna make you care about King of the Ring because it's gonna be like, oh, here comes the King. It's gonna be fun to watch. So if Mike is on the Xavier Woods King of the Ring side, I'm with Mike on this one.
Well, I say hold on real quick before you go, Chances, yeah, so you can kind of like understand. So it's not just I'm just on Xavier Woods King of the Ring side. I'm saying make King of the Ring mean something by incorporating him into the title picture.
Like
in Survivor Series
match after or something?
Yeah, Survivor Series. Yeah, like that's what they used to do back in the day. Like, you know, you win and you kind of get, you know, push you in the spotlight, giving the title match to Survivor Series.
Well, what kind of title are you saying then?
No, I'm talking about him versus Roman Reigns.
All right, no.
Yep. No. The reason why is because, again, we see who else is there for
Roman Reigns?
Who else is there for Xavier Woods? Who else is there for Roman to face? This is the reason why. We've seen Montez Ford fight Roman. We need more faces for him to go against to crush. Why not Xavier Woods?
You know what? Let's just give him a random security guard too in the arena while we're at it.
Xavier was not a random.
You know, more irrelevant people that don't matter. And I don't like what y'all trying to make me do because I don't even like Roman like that. But y'all trying to make me go for Roman right now. Like, let's give Roman people on his pedestal. Huh?
How do you not like Roman though? Like I don't understand. Like,
yeah, so have him crush Xavier Woods. Look, Roman can make that feud. Roman can make that so amazing.
Wait, Mike.
Right,
Mike,
this dude is a dude boy. Go ahead.
Mike, hold on. What you're saying doesn't make sense to me because you're saying make the King of the Ring legitimate, and then you're saying have him squash Xavier Woods.
Squashing, like we've seen people get squashed all the time. I'm saying have him fight.
How would that make King of the Ring legitimate if he gets crushed?
What you mean you give him is the shot of the title. We've seen people cash in Money in the Bank and lose. Like it's not like you just because you get a guaranteed title shot. We've seen people hold the title and get squashed.
You're talking about
when the term squash, a squash would mean Xavier Woods has zero shot. Meaning there will be no like if you book the match the right way, this is the underdog fighting for his only opportunity. You can make it a great match. Y'all got people looking at me crazy in the gym. All right, so
you can make it.
Because they hear the bullshit that you talking about.
No, they're like, yo, Mike, you making sense, son. Like, go ahead.
Hey, King's up in here. He said, stop the slander. No, I'm going to keep talking the slander, especially because you're not around.
All right, let me finish my point since my Mac wanted to freeze out, like I said.
As soon as you said it, it was like, we're going to give you exactly 60 seconds.
Yeah, right.
It says see ya. But what's it called? So what I finished up on Xavier, yeah, I think he could get a good run, but don't force feed him to me because because everybody else is doing their thing now. I don't need all that right now. Ginger? No, Ginger is trash. Ginger is
So do you
done.
giving it to Finn Balor, and then it's like we don't
I think
like,
to be
it's
honest,
free.
I
Finn,
think they need to give it to Finn because they
wait,
fucked him up.
I'm not against Finn getting it, but let me say something that you said too. I don't think they're force feeding Xavier Woods. He was the one that campaigned for it. You give me him. It has nothing to do with the New Day. This is, him like an individual, like he always does, because he's excellent at that. He campaigned for something and it works, right? So it's not force feeding because of the New Day. It's force feeding because this dude, like he really went for it. He put it out there, like he put out there the universe, and then the universe, pun intended, gave it back to him.
I don't give a shit what he
I
campaigned
hope they don't give him shit. He don't need shit. He don't need that.
Yeah, because he
for.
don't
Go
work
home, take
hard.
his
You're
little
right.
elf boot
Forget
somewhere
it. He
else.
don't. Yeah, he don't work hard.
The
He not
hate.
good on the mic and decent in the ring. He don't. He don't deserve it.
Because it doesn't look organic to me now. It looks like you're doing it because
You
everyone
thinking
else
too much though. That's
is
why.
popping.
Now you think you like.
Oh, so
Dang.
you want me to be a dumb wrestling fan?
No, I said sometimes you got to turn off your brain. Yes, but you also overthinking it. I don't think if you think about how this came about. This is all Xavier Woods, not because of the New Day. You give me this is because of him.
Who's this guy?
So let's think about it.
An advocate, apparently.
If it wasn't for New Day, right? Xavier Woods would not be in a position to even have a say so.
I mean, that goes for a lot of like. Okay, we can't do that because if was fifths, if my aunt was a man, should be my uncle. Like, what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying? We can't really do that.
No, we can definitely do that because the other people that are actually, contendants in this King of the Ring tournament didn't have to necessarily rely on someone else to get to where they are.
How can I share?
Xavier did rely on the New Day for King of the Ring. He campaigned.
He would have been fired.
He
relied on New Day for his entire career, which then made him rely on them and the name from that to get him to King of the Ring. So
this is hurting right now. Let me go let out my
soul.
frustration. I'm going to let out my frustration on the bench.
Does it hurt your soul? I understand. It's disappointing when a wrestler that you like, isn't really that great. I understand. He's good on the mic. I would never discredit that. He's good on the mic.
I don't think Xavier was like. I don't think it's all of that. I think he'll be an excellent manager. I'm saying in this particular case because sometimes we can see like one-off stories that are just amazing, and then it doesn't have to lead to this big old title run or a title at all. It's just an amazing story of an underdog, and those stories never go away, especially when you have somebody like Roman as champion, who's pretty good on the mic.
So, like I said, they need to give it to Finn because they fucked him up.
I would take Finn.
So y'all want to walk around here with King Balor with a crown on his helmet?
I think King.
Vince using him. Oh my God, that's terrible, dog.
What if we get King?
It's gonna backfire.
Is it gonna backfire?
What if we get King Demon?
No, because we seen the Demon got beat by God already. Like I'm good.
Shut up.
Son, anyone is better than Jinder.
Yeah, I don't want to see Jinder as a.
I hate him as champ.
But even more so, why it could go. That's what I'm saying. I don't really like how they have booked him and stuff like that. I can see it realistically going to Jinder. I can see it going to Balor. There's multiple people I can see it going to. I can see it not being Xavier. I can see him going as far as to the very last match and him going one-on-one with a opponent, but I don't see him winning. I think it's stupid.
What they should have did, Theo? What they should have did is they wanted to give it Xavier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone can hear me clearly, correct?
Yeah.
Oh yes, sir.
All right, good. They should have kept Kofi in it. So then Kofi and Xavier could have fought. Then maybe
they messed up on that.
Maybe you would have got the heel turn from Xavier.
No.
Saw a vicious side of him.
Like, no.
Yep, I saw a vicious side of him, and then we could be on board. I need something different. We're the same people for the last 2 years.
That part.
Like you want to keep New Day together, that's cool.
Stone Cold the same person for like 10 years. Like certain people just kind of like that's who they are. I do agree Xavier could be a good heel.
But you agree that Stone Cold will whoop anybody's ass. Period. Like Stone Cold was a good person.
And you believe the New Day, power positivity, and they believe in rainbows, unicorns. Like they are who they are.
No, I think Xavier could have a mean streak.
No, I agree.
I think Xavier could be a good heel because he's a good talker. He can work. Like I think he's really missing out on being a heel
or a manager.
You'll be a good manager.
He could be Adam Cole.
He could be exactly what Adam Cole was going to be.
This is too smooth. I didn't want to do it. But what if he turned heel and got with the Hurt Business?
Who?
Nah, they already have MVP. I don't need him. He need to start the new nation. That's what Xavier need to start. The new nation.
I could be on board with that, but Kofi and Big E can't be in it.
No. Xavier starting the new nation, give him some people like Apollo Crews, like people like that who can use it.
Nah, Apollo got his own thing going on.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean,
they need to get rid of that general.
No, it makes him though, even though he sucks, but it kind of makes his character though.
No, you know what I hate? This is my biggest pet peeve. And I tell you guys all the time. I hate when somebody's fat and disgusting, and they always try to make them look like they're swole and intimidating.
I mean,
that shit irks me.
If a 350-pound man was running towards me, I would be a little concerned.
Well, just make it look like what it is. He's just fat and big.
But that is true though, Chance. Like even in real life,
that's gonna be out of breath with an inhaler.
Even if he's sloppy, like you intimidated regardless. 6'7", 300 pounds, like you're intimidated regardless. Because physics matter. So
I mean, is Brock not fat?
No,
is Brock fat?
Brock got abs. What you call that?
Yeah, I don't want to see no Brock slander.
Brock in great shape though.
Yo, look,
he's in great shape. He is. Kenny, you can be big and fat. You can be
Kenny.
That man ain't fat.
Kenny, we all know that you're friends with the brass knuckle dude, but we ain't gonna get no slander of Brock.
Wow.
Let Brock. All right.
Could look good. Brock could look good. You can't say somebody.
Hey, so when we go to SmackDown, I want you to tell Brock that.
It's not that they trying to make him look swole. He's just not good.
Yo, when we go to SmackDown, tell Brock you fat.
I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't with nobody.
Okay.
Brock, nigga ain't bulletproof.
We're gonna have one.
No, I can't fight Brock.
Not having fear does not stop you from
guns.
What?
I said, why Miami niggas always talking about guns?
I have no problem fighting, but I can't fight Brock. So that's
my man went straight.
They'll hug you with the rap.
My man went straight to the gun. He said he ain't bulletproof.
Yeah,
he might be.
You can't walk up to the man face and tell him he ain't fat and then want to shoot him because you keep getting mad at you. That
all right.
Hey, it's hard.
Hey, you fat. Like you make him mad and you want to shoot him.
I mean, facts are facts. Someone come up with me and say, "Black, I'm black." I'm gonna be mad.
Yo, you know what's crazy though is I do get what Kenny's saying because Brock isn't obviously what he used to be, but he's
that's what happens when you get older.
That's intimidating.
He looks in better shape now.
No, he doesn't.
I'm not talking about.
They did a side by side. What are you talking about?
Think about it like this. Real quick. He's not a bodybuilder. He's a big man. World's strongest men. They do be swole, but they also have guts. You can.
But there's a difference though. What Chance is saying is someone who just comes on the scene and he's supposed to be feared because he's big. Brock is feared because of years of dominance. So no matter what he looks like now, Brock is.
I was not saying.
Yeah, Keenan, we really was talking about different topics. I get what you're saying, but we're talking about different topics.
Brock does not look better than he did at this age.
Definitely not.
That boy Chance got a 30 on his phone. Look at him. You be looking at
a 35-year-old.
That's all right. I go with it. I have the same. I'm making my script.
40. How old is Brock? Like 40 something, right?
Like 45, something 44, something.
Right. So when you're over 40, or even when you're pushing in that range, you're not gonna look the same as when you was like 19, 20, between 19 and 25.
CL said he did. That's what the point was.
I think she said he looked better than he did. But she said when his first run or
she said
his recent run.
She said he looks better now than he did before.
She meant face wise, like like the long hair, like
no.
She meant the ruggedness.
I saw it on Twitter. Somebody did a comparison
Yeah, they probably
of his
photoshopped it.
body now versus his body then, and it shows more definition. I have to find
No, see, he got more girth.
I
Not
can't
more
give you
definition.
definition. He's
He got
definitely
bigger
bigger.
arms, but it come with a bigger stomach. I don't understand why I said like I slandered the man. Y'all the one who said
that
fat
was
was disgusting.
slander.
It was not.
That was
Brock
slander.
is
You called him
Brock.
fat.
All right,
I
Chance,
call
bring
my
us back.
dad fat, but my
Bring
dad's
us back, Chance. Bring us back.
5'6". I would not fat my dad. I still call him
Not
fat.
that Brock wasn't
He's
a
swole
civil,
and
now
fat.
what?
I don't see the problem here. I
Hope
ain't call him Paul Heyman.
So full gear leaks. Have y'all seen that?
You
Full gear?
damn near called him
Leaked.
Paul Heyman.
You know what's crazy? Is we ain't even finished. So let's wrap it up. So Brock and Roman had this segment. It was cool. I wasn't mad at it. It's basically playing more into the Paul Heyman issues.
Yeah, brother, now he's gonna betray him. Roman. Should Paul Heyman betray Roman?
But I did like it because Roman don't look like he's
He
scared
looked
of Brock.
crazy in the face. Yeah.
Roman don't look like he's scared of Brock. He was like, "Are you stupid? Are you that stupid?"
Well,
Like who's called Brock stupid?
well, yeah, because and then Brock has said to him,
Roman,
"Well, it's all right." Oh, look at my best friend texting me with a clutch of the photos of Brock then versus now.
Drum roll, please.
This is the specific photo I was talking about.
We can't see.
That's not now.
What do you mean?
That's not who was on TV. Recently.
What do you mean?
Well,
do you not see that face? That's
well,
it now.
Well, he has been wearing shirts and stuff. Like, he's kind of been, you know what I'm saying?
No.
He's
When that
slimmed
man
down.
was top, that's not how he
pictures
looked.
never lie. That's what they say.
Yo, whose mic is that?
You know.
I don't know. Somebody probably eating Cheetos. It's not somebody in Cheetos.
Ain't me.
It definitely ain't me because I'm on the Mac now. Whatchamacallit? No, he ain't in shape now. You know how you can tell? Because when he first came back with the butchered Brock, he was bigger. Now he looks slimmer than he did when he first came back.
Exactly.
Hey, but real quick
damn,
with the Brock.
I can't think of what it's called, but yeah, straps are bigger.
Yeah, straps. Hey, so real quick with the Paul Heyman thing, when Paul Heyman looked at that contract and he looked at Roman Reigns like through the top of his eyebrow, like through the top of his eyebrows, I guess. That was kind of suspect to me. I don't know if y'all saw
We
it.
can't see.
It was definitely suspect.
Through his eyebrows? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, he looked through his eyebrows. It's an exaggeratory statement, like he looked up, like and strangely at Roman, and it was super suspect. He was like, "Go ahead and sign it." My counsel was to sign it, your tribal chief. And then Brock Lesnar dropped the line, and I'm wondering if that meant something. But should Paul Heyman betray Roman Reigns?
No, there's definitely a stipulation in there or something's off because Roman didn't read it. He just signed it. He just went with what Paul said. And Brock was like,
Then
I
Brock
read
said,
it.
"Yeah,
I read it.
I read it."
But yeah, because he said he read it with Paul specifically.
Yeah. So
And
should
Roman-
he betray him? That's what I want to know. What y'all think?
I think he should, purely for the fact of the matter is Brock needs Paul more than Roman does. Roman can do his own promos.
But Brock not on TV a lot though. So what you do with Paul Heyman if Brock not going to be on TV?
Fair point.
Chance, what do you want? Should he betray him or no?
I mean, I think he should eventually, not right now. But what would the stipulation be?
Oh, we're gonna see a betrayal, but we won't see it for a while.
You know
This is going to WrestleMania.
You know what somebody's
That's what I think.
You know what somebody's fan theory was? They said, "What if all this time Jimmy's the one that betrays Roman?"
It makes
Yeah,
sense.
that makes sense.
He didn't want to come along right away.
Because he's still holding that grudge. But he's like, I'm gonna ride with you for a minute.
But I think if The Rock was involved, then they could do that. I
Yo,
think now
I
that The
told you
Rock
The Rock was gonna fuck everything up, didn't I? I told y'all.
Hey, chill. This ain't about
I
The
told
Rock.
you this.
I told
This
you
ain't about
that,
the Rock right
and
now.
then you disagreed.
No, I
No,
said
Chance been against The Rock. Like, he been hating on The Rock.
I'll tell y'all his styles is going to implode again. I don't know what you're talking about.
his schedule was never gonna let it happen.
Forget schedule. The man.
Bro, chill. It's not over yet.
It don't.
It is over. He's already canceled Survivor Series, which was supposed to
He
start
didn't
it off.
cancel anything, bro. He didn't cancel anything.
Here go Mike.
Relax.
Yeah.
Here go Mike
Relax.
with the blind faith.
Bro.
My man is about to shoot the Young Rock too. Nobody cares about Young Rock.
Except for millions and millions.
No. You think they care about Young Rock or they care about you see him coming on Survivor Series?
Technically, it was like 1.5 million. So it's like
Okay, let me ask you a question. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 people here besides me, which makes 5. How many people watch Young Rock?
The fact
That's
that you
not
need
the
to count
question.
that.
That's not the question.
It is a
Nor is that
question.
a topic. We're talking about who watches. Like it's millions and millions of people that
Nobody,
watch it.
yeah, Rock. Nobody watches it, just like we didn't watch you rap.
Wait, you say you didn't watch the rap? You didn't
You
watch
do him
that?
like that. You have to do him like that. You have to do him like that.
Bro, that's not even
watched it.
necessary.
I watched his video.
You did that. You did that to the Rock. You made me do that.
I
Because
was
I was
curious to watch it.
Because I was just trying to say we want him to come back, so we could. You make him act like John Cena when it first started. We want to see you come back, Rock, but you're fucking it up for us.
To me, it sounds like you hate him, just like you hate John Cena for absolutely no reason.
Thank
John
you.
Cena ain't no go.
I don't know about no reason.
Yo, don't make me go out. John Cena would never be.
Let's not have this conversation.
I'll make it to John Cena will never be here.
John Cena's the GOAT. Cena GOAT.
Oh boy, y'all use that word so loosely.
I know he always does. Let's move on to AEW because this is whack now.
There's one GOAT, and it's John Cena.
We done. AEW start off with a bang. Let's just get into it. Start to finish, they can't miss. Roman said that we babysit them. That's cool. We babysitting them because it's fire right now.
You know, when I was there, I was hearing like.
Wait, did y'all see full gear got leaked though?
Wait, let's talk on that real quick. First of all, most of the matches that was out on that picture of Tony, none of them was really surprising. Like there was one shocker, I can't remember what it was. I think it was CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. I think that Bryan Danielson. I think that's what it was.
No, it was John Moxley versus Bryan.
Yeah, that's the only thing under there. That's the only thing that under there was a shocker. But think about it. Tony is at the Jaguars game. You know, games he goes to all the time.
It was an accident.
It wasn't an accident. It wasn't an accident. Tony doesn't do nothing by accident.
So either he did it on purpose to swerve people, or he did it on purpose because none of those. There's only one shocker on there.
Now think about this though. All right, I'm gonna let you go. My phone. Go ahead.
When does Tony do something by accident?
You don't. That's my point. You don't.
He's very calculated. And then the way he's holding it, like we can't zoom in.
Right?
Bro, first of all, he wasn't thinking. I think, you know, when you're around a bunch of people, you're talking to a bunch of people, somebody say, hey, you want to take a picture with me? He turns around, he grabs the phone, he takes a picture, man.
Tony don't be talking to a lot of people. You
He's at the Jags facility.
The man is a recluse. He a wrestling nerd. He was at the top. He was up there by himself, looking at his notebook, and then he came down and took a picture from afar. Then they asked for a picture. Like they have multiple different angles of it.
There's no way he did that on purpose.
You don't think so?
What did he just say about Ted Turner?
I was just about to pull up that tweet. Literally was pulling up that tweet.
Ted Turner ain't no 1% of what I know about wrestling.
Yep.
Exactly. He said he may be smarter, but he don't know what I know about wrestling. So that means he knows what he's doing.
He said if he did, he'd still be on TV today.
If it would have been an accident if maybe like the paper was down like this or something and somebody took a shot above it, then I'd get like, oh shit.
Right. If he was like writing it at the same time, yeah.
But if you say it like straight up like with the whole paper, like we can't zoom in with the iPhone 13. Like, come on.
Yeah. He was
that sloppy hand, man. No, that sloppy handwriting and all that. I don't think
that's what makes it even greater. You know why? Because the sloppier the better. It's going to trend more because people are like, oh, can you decipher this? It's all about getting people to share it.
Y'all can't work out.
4 years, 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out.
I'm sitting here reading doctor's handwriting all day. That was nowhere near sloppy.
Yo, Mike, just go on mute and hit the bench real quick.
I'm good at that. That's what I do for a living.
Same. So that was not even close to sloppy from what I be seeing.
All right, so let's get into the first match while Mike does some bench pressing.
With the weight slamming.
Puts in the flow.
Anybody can talk about it? I'll try to segue to y'all.
Yeah, y'all talk about it so I could go home and watch it.
Shit. We talk about we started at the buy-in, right?
Yeah.
JJ, go ahead, kid. You was talking before.
Well, what I want to say before that conversation started is that when I first got there to sit down, you know, Kenny was getting food and stuff. I sat down, you know, preparing myself for the show. What?
Just threw Kenny under the bus.
I was getting me and my girl some food. That's
ooh, shots fired on the podcast, B.
Listen, so I'm
Jay
sitting
said,
there, right?
but Kenny wanted to go eat, I guess.
Listen, I'm sitting there preparing for the show, and I can hear like people chanting like in the next like section, WWE Junior, AW, wannabe stuff like like big like WWE like stands in the stands. And so I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
What the
Like,
fuck?
and they were like, and they were very adamant in what they were saying. It was a whole row of them. It
But
was
you paid
it
your
was
money to be there.
Boy, you should have seen the person sat right in front of me. He was. I think he was happy with one match. Like,
Aww.
he was so bitter, bro. I was like, bruh.
Yeah, he kept yelling, CM Punk sucks. He kept yelling all types of it. It was crazy. But me personally, though, and I am, obviously, I'm always gonna be a WWE fan. I feel like there's no reason to hate on either one. If you enjoy wrestling, enjoy wrestling. You don't like it, It doesn't mean you got to compare it to just enjoy it. Like I love DC and Marvel comics, and I hate when people make me try to choose between which one's better. I like DC better.
They force us into
I like
a corner.
DC better.
That's
Well,
why.
you supposed to be best person, B.
But I mean, I'm gonna enjoy both. You're not gonna make me not enjoy one because I want the other one to fail. But back to the buying. What's called?
I still don't get why you had to say Kenny was getting something to eat.
Because Kenny wasn't there.
Because the thing he's talking about is the first time he mentioned it, but that was before Dark Elevation. I don't know why he had to say it like that, but
Yeah, he said like he was mad. Like, did you not get him something?
There we go. He ain't get me no food or a beer either, but it is what it is. Anyways.
There you go.
Damn.
They just pulled up with their own beers. I'm saying
he said he got something. He said, "Can his girl eat, bro?"
Yeah, that's all I was over there.
He said, "Can his girl eat?" But go ahead, let's go. So Matt starts with what it is.
Seidel versus.
Wait. Oh yeah, no. Seidel started
No, I'm talking about the buy-in first.
Rampage.
No, that was buy-in.
No. Seidel's music hit at the end of buy-in, and then the match started.
You're right.
In Rampage. Who was in buy-in again?
Well, it was we had a bunch
of squashes.
Oh yeah, no, that was Dark Elevation was the squashes because Nyla Rose was the last squash for Dark Elevation.
Oh yeah, that was a decent match too, though. It was going in. I was there screaming. I'm like, don't let Nyla in because once she gets in, it start mowing shit down, and she did. She was mowing them down. It was fun. I even saw some of the wrestlers right after the show too. They were like, when we were exiting, they were walking to the so wherever they was walking to, right by us, brushing shoulders with the Seidel.
I said let's talk buy-in.
Huh?
Y'all still talking elevation.
Only thing on the buy-in that mattered, the only thing the crowd really, really reacted to was Suzuki versus Bryan Danielson.
And how far was that?
That's 30 minutes. You know what's funny? So there's a take I used to see a lot of times from people like American fans, like Western wrestling fans, so UK and North America, and some Mexican fans, not a lot. Not a Lucha fans didn't have the same thing. But they're talking about like when you watch a New Japan match, how they say the crowd's too quiet. But the thing about it, New Japan matches, they build the excitement. They build it. And you can see it in the way Suzuki was wrestling Bryan Danielson. Like it wasn't coming out the gates with the heat like this. It was building it, and it was just every time you thought, okay, there's a little lull, they bring you back to that point yet again. They kept going. It was heat. Like the reaction to every time Bryan Danielson threw a strike, and it's Miami, so we got a whole bunch of Hispanics. They wasn't saying yes, they were saying C. And it seemed like the whole 30 minutes. When it came out, I'm like, this was the last 30 minutes for sure. It went like 26 or something.
But check me out though. The Bryan Danielson fight wasn't even actually a wrestling match. Like all they were doing was, I'm tougher than you. I'm tougher than you. Like it was a test of who's the toughest. The wrestling side is I can take more blows than you can, and that's what they did. Just what's called tit for tat, turn-based turns. They was hitting each other. Even the crowd was saying shh, so everyone was quiet. And then
they want to hear every pop.
And you heard it. I heard it. I heard every smack, kick, boom, pop, and yell. Man, it was intense. And you could see.
He had one elbow. It was a stiff one, and you could hear it connect. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. A man with his injury history, Bryan Danielson should not be taking these type of hits.
Yeah.
It was.
I told the girl next to me.
It was stiff. And I was like, yo.
I told the girl next to me, this is gonna be a
For
red-chested
YouTube
event.
buy-in. Risking it all for a YouTube buy-in, baby. I was like, yo.
Well, if you look at the ratings, which I did just pull up from last night's buy-in, as of this morning, huh?
I just want to say that JJ just coined the term, a red-chested event.
A red-chested event. I like that.
Yeah, man, get back to the
Thank you.
As of this morning, the video has pulled in over 500,000 views. So as of right now, it is the most watched AEW related video of this week.
Again,
nice.
9:30 on a Friday night. Some good numbers because people going out.
To be honest, I don't even really get into the ratings. Like, regardless of who's on top or who's not, I'm just going by what I see when I like. I don't care if Raw has 8.5 million. It's obviously a worse show.
This wasn't in comparison to WWE.
You're number too high for me to not. No. That I would care. I want to know what's wrong with you people. 8 million watching Raw. No. Why? No.
Why they're smoking over there?
You said a million extra. Okay, maybe we all stuck at home on a Monday. 8 million people. That's like 5 million people extra.
But that's a YouTube video though. So like but in all fairness, like if they put a clip on YouTube and it gets 8 million views, that's because it's just a clip and not an entire freaking 3-hour drag.
That's why I said that. He was talking about Fort Raw. That's why I said that would be that would be insane.
That's why I said go back to all you gotta do is listen in from the segment on.
Yeah, this still wasn't in comparison to WWE.
You know what you should be doing, Mike, right now while we're talking?
Wait.
No, seriously.
Give me a second.
This is what you should do. I need you to go plug into DC Fandom so we can have some shit for Geeked Out.
Man, I'm already first of all, I'm getting Twitter alerts from DC Fandom, so I'm gonna be all right.
I need to know what trailers dropped.
Because I have freaking Random Rants and crap, and I got to write articles. So we got.
Is Random Rants still stuff?
Say it again.
You guys are still doing Random Rants?
Yeah,
I cannot.
And randomly posting them.
Mm-hmm. All right, so moving on. The CM Punk Matt Sydal.
Whew.
Oh my God, do a flip.
Yeah, these motherfuckers. JJ and my homeboy kept saying do a flip every time you had a little bit of silence. And it's funny. So it happened out throughout the night. Like every time you ask her, like I'm gonna go back to Dark Innovation real quick. Wardlow gave a hell of a power bomb. And it's like, do it again. Whole crowd saying, do it again. So he tells him like he's gonna do it again. Then he changes the move because he's a heel. You're not supposed to give it the fuck you want. But Matt Sydal and CM Punk, they was giving everybody everything because it was face versus face. Matt Sydal's not a heel. So everyone, you get everything you wanted out of that match. Everything the crowd reacted to, you could see they was changing the match on the fly. Those things, because these are veterans. They don't have to talk throughout the match. They already know what they're gonna do. They talking throughout the match.
Well, they did everything but flip.
Yeah. That's the only thing they didn't give you was that last Sydal flip, because the way Sydal has been winning matches when he's won matches is with that flip. So if you know Sydal's not gonna win, because like I said before, Adam Cole, CM Punk, and Bryan Danielson are all undefeated. They gotta stay undefeated for a while. Can't have him lose to Sydal. So Sydal's not gonna do a flip because that would mean he's gonna win the match. It is.
Well, Sydal also didn't get an entrance song for Rampage, so you knew he wasn't winning.
Yeah, they gave him a job entrance. Look at it. Like, we knew what was happening.
Let me ask y'all a question since y'all were there.
What up?
Breaking news. JJ and Kenny were at the match. That's what we
be
do.
There tonight.
That's what we do. We go all in like that. No pun intended. Is there truth to what Roman said?
About what? Which part?
Does it look like CM Punk lost a step?
Oh, he looked tired as hell, but he hasn't wrestled in 7 years.
Yeah.
He's 40.
He's not. Yeah. No,
Like,
he's lost a few steps.
He said that though.
But he also looks better than he did for his last couple matches. This match is better than the Darby match, and I think that shouldn't be true because of who they're working against. But it was better because CM Punk's getting better. But CM Punk hasn't been carried or anything. Like that's a bit extreme. I've seen those takes on Twitter.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that. Yeah.
Actually, he didn't get the point while we was at the show, but we was gonna say right next to each other, so I didn't really talk to him about it. But I heard him say it. That match was very technical for a Sydal match. Like, that was the most technical match I've seen since as Sydal. Maybe before WWE, he was Sydal then. But since from Evan Bourne to Matt Sydal, that was the most technical match I've seen him, and it was down on the mat for a lot of parts of it. So
yeah, it did look different.
I think part of that is because CM Punk can't keep up with a lot of stuff Seidel's doing.
Which is probably why they had that long embrace when he was probably like, "Yo, bro, we
like,
appreciate you.
Thank you."
Mm-hmm. You were carrying me. No, but
about carrying.
It was actually decent because I do like Matt, but Matt doesn't have like amazing matches. But that was a pretty good match.
But I mean, I think one thing in a lot of points, it depends on what show you like. It's again, like I say about especially AEW, but WWE does too. You have everything there. You have variety. So with Seidel, it's like you don't get great matches. You don't get great moments. Like everyone just wants another RK out of nowhere, Evan Bourne off the shoulders. We wait for another one of those. That's that. Every time you see Seidel, that's the moment we're waiting for. And,
True.
And CM Punk did have a cutter that was like, whoa, okay. I mean, it wasn't an RKO out of nowhere, but it was like.
No, I love Seidel.
You see CM Punk do that to anybody else?
I love Seidel. You just used to him flying in the air all the time.
Yeah.
So it was actually good to see him do something different.
And then when you have like Sammy Guevara, we could get into later because we thought he was gonna fucking die. You got him. You got
I spoke that earlier.
Both the Lucha Brothers. Like when you have them doing the stuff on the ropes, I think Seidel doing. Yeah, they're flying. He's flying, but it's not like these motherfuckers go from rope to rope to rope and then fly. Like, Seidel, you nice with it, but that again wasn't that Sammy Guevara dive, which again we thought he was gonna die because it was like there's no space. Man went straight in the air. There was no horizontal move. It was straight vertical, which I don't think Seidel could do. I think Seidel could cover the whole ring as far as his leaping ability, but if he going that high in the air, he's gonna miss. He might miss. So, but it was fine. The crowd was into it the whole time. Besides people who I don't understand how you paid money to come here to hate, but it was there for sure.
I never understand that.
It's the WWE marks.
But why spend your money
just
to go to an event?
Y'all could have went to SmackDown and Raw when they was here. They was just here. Y'all didn't have to come to this.
I never understand that.
What y'all think about the Ruby?
I mean, it's $70 and you get to go to a live show of wrestling. I mean, you not part of the show, it's an experience. Either that or just to make people mad.
Don't come here with that negative energy then.
That shit was $70.
Yeah, most AEW tickets are.
I'll be hitting the $25 seats.
Yeah, they had those too.
I'll be there.
You're gonna be up there with Sting.
They got $25. Yeah, $25, 36.
You gonna clap up the Shield.
When it comes to wrestling, I think it looks better when it's higher because you see all of it.
James,
not too high though. Not too high.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the Sting. I don't want to be in the rafters with Sting, but
I mean, for $25, you're gonna be.
No, you can get like the row right above middle for $25.
Man, $25 you get to watch the screen outside by the food.
That's at least I'll have something to eat.
Okay.
You get food with it.
What y'all think about Ruby versus Bunny?
Oh, that was good. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was good, but think about the crowd. I don't think they were into a singles women's match on the night. Like when women came out, it got quiet, and except for like crazy, like decent, like singular spots, it stayed quiet. And I think that's a lot of
I disagree.
I think it's a lot of
I disagree. I think it's the vibe. I thought the crowd was just as loud for Ruby as they were for CM Punk. I mean, they had more. They had as many Ruby chants as they had for CM Punk.
Chants. Okay, chants. But I'm talking about throughout the match, there was way more silent moments. That's what I said. I said they got loud 4 moments, but for the most part, for women.
So usually it's me and Mike. Go ahead.
So either. No, I don't think so. I mean, like I said, I felt like it wasn't a more silent moments than any other match in the show. Obviously, Bryan Danielson's silent moments were purpose. That fight was end to end. But compared to even like the Bobby Fish fight, I think there was more silence during that fight than Ruby Soho.
No, definitely.
She getting spicy.
That comparison shouldn't be something that made. Bobby Fish has not been like Tay Conti is one of the most over women in the company. She should not have the same type of reaction that Bobby Fish is getting. Who's been
like I said, she didn't have the same reaction. She had a much better reaction.
Nah. Her coming out, yes.
Let's go, people. I don't know what happened when you went to go get something to eat, but it's still lingering over.
She should have. I'm saying it should have been more clout. If anything, if you say, oh, there was moments, it should have been more. The match was worked way better than what. Like I know people don't know. Everyone don't know who Chantelleco is. I know Tay Conti, but Tay Conti is one of the most over people in the company. People love Tay J. Like there's no way it should have been like that. Should have been the whole match. Bobby Fish is again a 42-year-old man who no one thought was coming. He came and people thought it was just
Here
for
you go. I don't know why y'all keep bringing Bobby's age into
because,
what
he also wrestles like a striker. That's not what a traditional wrestling fan is into. If that was the case, they'd go to a boxing or MMA fight.
So you didn't like his match?
I do, but I like that type of thing. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Because I thought it was a great match.
I'm not gonna lie. I like heel.
I'm looking forward.
I like heel.
I'm looking forward to him versus Bryan Danielson.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Let's go, heel Kenny. Let's go.
Like again, and I don't think you have to sell crazy when you have Bryan Danielson versus Bobby Fish. Because Bobby Fish can strike, and tapping Bryan Danielson will make him red. So we finna get it crazy tonight.
It's gonna be a red chested event.
Yeah, that's the type of event that Bobby Fish thrives in. That's the best. That's what's best about Undisputed Era. When you had those tag matches, you had a little bit of Colorado doing this, you had Adam Cole doing this, and you had Bobby Fish coming out and laying dudes out. Then you get a hot tag to one of somebody else and let them run rampant. That's not his expertise. I'm not saying he's not a good wrestler. He's a good wrestler, but he here for what he here for. He's like a Suzuki. You here to see him smack somebody. You here to see him strike, but you're not gonna get too excited. Oh, what spot he finna do? And it's not like he can't do them, but that's not what you're waiting for.
Okay. What was after Ruby? Was it the MMA?
Well, Mark Henry did an interview.
Yeah, they had it side by side.
So they did the interview.
I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, Chris Jericho cursed like some. At that moment, he cursed like you let your kid curse for the first time. That's what that reminded me of.
Stop.
Like, he put that bitch in there for no reason just because. It was hilarious. I'm not saying it was a bad thing.
Let me just sprinkle it in there.
It did what it's supposed to do.
And then it was the MMA fight.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was really into it. Like I thought it would be a good thing, but Buddy did not deliver.
Who, JDS?
Santos or whatever.
JDS, yeah, JDS Santos, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't.
I enjoyed the whole thing. There's only one part I didn't like. When the beatdown came in.
Oh, it looks so bad.
I wanted Santana Ortiz to come out, but it's almost like it took two. Like we know Jake Hager and Sammy Guevara are there. Why is it taking so? Like why did it take so long to come in for the save or something? Like I don't know how far Santana and Ortiz was, and they come out like after. Like it was like okay,
they was in the parking lot.
Listen. Big Dog Jack Swagger looked like he was gassed the entire fight. He was not ready for that fight. He looked like he had woken up super late. He was drinking. I don't know what he was doing, but even the girl next to me she was like, this man needs some Gatorade. And I started chanting it too. I'm like, this man, Jack Swagger, whatever his name is now, Jake Hager. He looked gassed the entire fight, the entirety of it.
He did that.
And maybe that's like like part of the story. I don't know, but you can see him on the side too. Like he was ass prepared.
This is the first time the Inner Circle been together since they lost to the Pinnacle. This is the first time they've all been together since then.
No, I didn't. I just didn't like the segment. I thought it didn't come off really well. The only part I liked about it is when Master Dow came in and gave Jericho the knee. That was probably about the only thing I liked.
Oh, he missed. He missed stupendously, and you can't see it on TV live.
That's the thing. He made it bad.
I don't think he missed. I think they did let that on purpose because he bust Jericho open the last time.
Yeah, he fucked him up last time.
He missed. I think like there was not even like a little bit of connection.
No, I think he wasn't supposed to connect at all. I think because they're like, you don't know how to do this, don't do it again. I don't think he missed. I think it was intentional.
Right.
Oh, I just watched it. The running knee strike.
But he still missed.
He
it's not a miss if it's on
moved
purpose.
His knee to the side so it would bypass Jericho.
Yeah. Like it didn't look cool. It didn't look cool in person.
I just think what made
we were
didn't look good on TV either.
The camera angle was from the other side.
What I think made it look bad is just the fact that we know you guys are strikers and you guys aren't striking at all, so it looks really fake.
Yeah, because there was one where JDS threw a punch. I don't know if it wasn't Hager because Hager could take a punch, which is why they had him in the match together for the most amount of time. Hager actually doesn't make, but there were parts of it. It was like he threw. I think it might have been Sammy, and it was clearly stiff. And I was like, yeah, they gonna get him out the way because they don't know how to work punches. It's not their thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like because that was the main event, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they needed a lot more practice before they became the main event.
I mean, again,
Yeah.
We talked about them needing a Rampage and needing more TV time and stuff like that. Is again why they have the amount of women's matches they do, because everyone needs more TV time because they don't have house shows and stuff.
Who's watching TV?
Huh? That's probably
That's
Mike,
Mike.
because it wasn't there before. So the thing about it is like, so you got to do this stuff, but Rampage shouldn't be
Car
held to
radio.
the standard of Dynamite. I don't think people should compare that. I think Raw is what it is. We know Rampage and SmackDown. I say Rampage. Dynamite and SmackDown could be compared as two A shows. Then you have Raw. Then you have Then you have NXT. Then you have Rampage. Rampage shouldn't be held to the standards of all these other shows because they're not these shows.
Did you put NXT over? Excuse me?
I
like current NXT?
I didn't say 2.0, did I? I said NXT.
Oh, okay. I'm making sure because I'm like,
yo, Kenny Hill is here.
yo, I'm like,
and regular. And I told you about NXT 2.0. I watch it ironically, just like I watch Raw, which is
that's why I was concerned.
My favorite
my man said, did I say 2.0?
Well, I'm making sure.
Let's see what they did to Harland or whatever the hell his name is, and Braun Breaker. No. NXT 2.0 ain't it? We're not having that discussion.
Yo, I don't even want to talk about NXT, but they fucked Harlan up.
You got to say 2.0 because you got to separate the two.
They fucked 2.0.
There's four NXTs. There's Game Show NXT. There's peak NXT, which is 2015 to 2017, is where they had the Horsewomen, they had all these up and comers, they had Aleister Black, they had KO, all that. Then you had the NXT after that, where it's like third brand, and now you have NXT 2.0, which is really NXT 4.0 then, because it's the fourth time. Game Show NXT don't count as far as I'm concerned. It was garbage. The only thing that came out of that was like what the Miz, basically.
Their future Brock, they done fucked him up.
What was we not talking about this? We're not talking about this. This is the Friday Night War. Let's get back to
we're not talking about this. We ain't gonna do it.
Ruin the good thing.
Because let's just say for the sake of argument, I thought that you changing his whole gimmick was gonna intimidate me. All right, cool. Then him just staring at people was gonna intimidate me. Cool. How you gonna let this man just touch your face like that? And I'm supposed to fear him.
I mean, okay.
The only thing
my man caressed his face. He caressed it.
Tony D'Angelo. That shit's hilarious.
Nah, you can't do that to me.
That's the only thing that's on there.
So I feel like, and hear me out here, right?
Every time you say "hear me out," it's not good.
Yeah, facts. I was thinking the same thing.
You know it, but now y'all might be on point with this. So I feel like what they're doing, what they're doing to failed baby Brock is the same thing that they did to Dexter Lumis. So Dexter Lumis started off with just being like staring at people, but he was a powerhouse. Don't get me wrong, he was destructive. So you have that version to now where he's like all lovey-dovey, Indy Hartwell. So it's just like, can we just go back to that thoroughbred? Because I'd rather see that.
You on point, but here's this difference. Maybe Brock's supposed to be completely killer. Think about Dexter Lumis. Part of his gimmick was, he's creepy, but he's a kind of a stalker, and he could really draw. They had these things that they thought were comedic moments. They just weren't funny. Because you can always see this, maybe not this, because this is a little too far. But you always see something like this coming. With Harlan, it was just instant. He ain't been that long. It's not the idea we had it all. Like with Dexter Lumis, you could see like when he creeped out the Undisputed Era, when he was just there staring in their dressing room. He's just standing there. Again, mind you, he's talked like once since he's been on NXT. Like this whole time he's talked once. But he was just in their window staring. They're like, what's this creepy fuck doing in our window? Blah, blah. And they showed these comedic moments. They just weren't all that funny. This is just a burial. It's not supposed to be funny. Is it funny? Like,
yo, they made him look like Skinsky.
It's terrible.
It is horrible.
So y'all know the match card for tonight, right?
I knew it, but it's not on top of my head.
All right. So for the match card for tonight,
look at the segue. Get it.
You know I got this. So of course we have the special night of Dynamite tonight because they had to make up for it for us not having. We didn't have Dynamite on Wednesday, so they had to make up for it. So shout out to Tony Khan for that. So of course we have Bryan Danielson versus Bobby Fish.
Yes, sir.
We have Dante Martin versus
something about you, girl. Bobby Fish, right?
Stop. I can't with you.
Please.
Hey, can we vote to kick out a party real quick? Because
Oh,
he gotta go.
Eject Tito, cuz.
He gotta go.
Who getting kicked out?
Kick from party. Where's the button? For
Look,
Mike.
he muted himself. He's like, nah, y'all ain't about to do that.
Yeah, no, they won't.
We have Dante Martin versus Malachi Black.
Oh yeah.
We have Lucha Brothers.
Oh, that's gonna be
A mask
man.
Andrade out. So,
Wait, hold up. What's the first one you said?
Danielson versus
Bobby
Fish.
No, okay, that's the first match?
I mean, I'm not sure if that's the correct order, but maybe.
Yeah, the order.
I thought you brought up Aleister Black.
I did.
Yeah, that was next.
Yeah, okay, that one.
Martin versus Black.
So you guys is going to disrespect me in the group chat when I said I think he could be like the next AJ?
Who? Dante
Martin?
Yep, I was watching this.
He's not as technical.
I was watching this. Hold on. Let me finish. I was watching because I'm the betting heel. I was watching his matches because you guys told me to go back and do my research. So I was watching the matches. He has a lot of movesets like AJ Styles.
Yeah,
first of all,
the flying moves, yeah, but the technical wrestling side of
That's what I said.
He's 19, 20. He's still.
That's what I said could be. That's what I said could be.
But you can't compare people to people who
could be.
The argument of
The
gold.
man just said could
be. I didn't say he is.
Future with grooming.
Yeah, but again, no.
And you know how I know I'm right? You know how you know I'm right? Because Mike's agreeing with me.
That's not the take you think it is.
Hold on. What did you say?
You could have someone else be okay again. Like when Michael Jordan coming out, when LeBron's coming out, you can't say, "Oh, they're gonna be the next Bill Russell." You can say they're gonna be the next great thing, but they're not those people. They other things.
Kobe was the next Michael,
but he's not.
He was,
but he's not.
Because he's dead.
Really was. Thought the nigga copied every. He was. He literally was.
They were back to back, just like AJ is pretty much back to back. Shawn Michaels.
No, incorrect.
Whoa, hell.
See the guy, dang it, Chance, you
had
to
go.
That's how
man. God dang,
hell
Chance,
no.
man, you had
to get that all the way out.
You had to go and do that.
Hey,
yo, we could boot the host, right?
You had me.
Party button.
You guys are telling me that AJ didn't remind you of Shawn?
No,
not ever.
No,
AJ was different. AJ was different.
I'm not all.
Dolph Ziggler is a Shawn Michaels carbon
exactly.
There we go.
Shawn Michaels.
There we go.
I get why people say that. I still don't like that take.
I love Dolph, but Dolph is not no Shawn Michaels. He could have been. He could have been.
He's not. But you actually were reminded. See, now you make a Kenny's point. Because remember, reminded you of. Dolph looked like everything with like Shawn Michaels. His ability to sell, the way he moves, his athleticism, it was Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
His signature move.
Like his signature move. Dolph don't have no gimmick.
Besides that, the zigzag.
Listen, I'm telling you.
I just want to say,
okay,
you want Shawn to lose all the time. You want Ziggler. When you think of a Ziggler match, like, damn, I can't wait to see this man take a Claymore kick. That's what you think when you see him. It's not
Oh my God! Look, me and Kenny used to wait for Monday nights to watch Ziggler in the head.
Ziggler is a jobber. That's why he is in comparison to Shawn Michaels.
He's a jobber.
As a person who saw 4 squash matches last night, jobber might be a
Ask your question.
That's a stretch.
Let me ask you a question. Who do they book to make the old guys look good?
Not Ziggler.
Yes, they do. Because how did they repackage Goldberg after that horrible match with the Undertaker?
Okay, wait.
You talking about Goldberg, really?
Okay.
If that's the case,
against Ziggler to make him look better.
Okay, but
then guess what? Then by those standards, then so is Roman.
No, Roman's amazing. He's not a jobber.
By that definition, Cesaro's a jobber.
Cesaro's a jobber right now. He's a jobber.
Cesaro is a jobber.
I was not done.
Yeah.
Cesaro, then Mustafa Ali.
Yep.
For sure.
You can't call him a jobber if he's not in matches. A jobber is someone who's losing on TV every week. That's what Cesaro was a while ago. Then you had him face.
So you tell me Ziggler wasn't losing on every TV match?
I'm saying he has a championship belt. Jobbers don't have those.
Are you serious? You think just because he had a championship belt, he's not a jobber?
He's had several. He's had all 3.
And you think he's not a jobber just because he's had some gold?
Glorified jobber.
I mean,
it's called a glorified jobber.
I'll give him the glorified jobber.
If that's the case, everyone's a jobber.
Okay, so
you have to job before you get it.
All right, so you know how I got you right here, Kenny? This is how I got you. Right? This is how I got you right here. Ready?
I'll wait.
Hold on. Let me do it. Hold on. This is how I got you. Because you admitted when Cross lost that he lost to Jeff Hardy, who was the jobber.
Okay.
And does Jeff Hardy not have
What was last time Jeff Hardy?
Is he not a Grand Slam champ?
Okay. How long ago was that?
So then you just made my point. He has gold, but he's still a jobber.
How long ago was that?
But you made my point, right?
But which one of those people are on main event? That's what my point was.
Messed up, right?
No, you said that they had gold. You said they had gold.
Up, right?
He was also on main event.
Mike,
messed up.
Mike, ask him where it was at level one.
He messed up.
Was he not on main event?
Ask him where it was at level one.
Did he not lose to Jinder Mahal in 3 minutes on main event?
You messed up, son. You said they had gold, they're not a jobber.
Okay, again.
No, it's okay. You messed up.
If that's the case, everyone is a jobber.
Just die on that hill.
You have to pay your dues to that's how wrestling works.
Kenny, but this is what he's saying though. Kenny, this is what he's saying. The thing is now, because the term jobber, like you can use it, with different I guess I don't know, pronouns or adjective in front of it. You can be a glorified jobber. Like that's kind of what, like, Jeff Hardy, Dolph Ziggler, like, those people are. Even at one point, Jinder Mahal, and they can be glorified jobbers where they have history.
Their stable group was a group of jobbers, not at one point.
No. Think about like even now. Like if I'm talking about even now, right? Like if Jinder Mahal were to come back and just start losing, he would be a glorified jobber because at one point he did hold the championship. So you can put glorified in front of jobber and it's still a jobber nonetheless.
Because he shouldn't have been a champion at all. That was
that's besides the point.
Purely for marketing reasons.
That's besides the point.
How comparing these two?
I mean, I respect it, Kenny. You're going down with it. I respect it.
You know what? No, Kenny, you are making the same point that I make about Kofi. So thank you for highlighting.
Using twice. That's what I'm talking about.
I said Kofi is a mid. We agreed on that. I don't know why you coming for me again. I said he deserves A1.
Thank you. I said thank you.
I didn't disagree. I said he was in the company for a long time. That's why they gave him the belt. They didn't give the and there's not like I'm not saying he should have multiple runs with the belt. I never said that.
I didn't say you said that. I said thank you.
My point was then, and it still remains now. Like,
Kenny, you ate today?
Actually, no.
My man is on fire today. All right, so what was the next match? I mean, what's the next match on the card?
I have to restart my computer.
Oh my god, we can't have two people with bad computers.
I'm about to say put implosions all around.
What did I say? It was Martin versus Malachi. Hold on.
Then Lucha Brothers.
Yes. Lucha Brothers versus Mystery Tag Team.
So somebody look it up. Is Rush healed yet?
I don't think so.
He's not even relevant.
Yes, he is because he's a free agent.
Is it?
Yes. We're not talking about Leo Rush. We're talking about Rush from Ring of Honor.
Rush Bandito.
Oh, okay.
Who is his best friend?
Sorry, that's a little different.
He's a free agent. I swear he's holding the belt.
No, he lost it. He's a free agent.
Where the fuck did that happen? Let me pull up fight database.
Because if he's clear, he's showing up.
Let's see.
But I think it is somebody from some old WWE shit that he knows, some Spanish dude.
I don't think so.
Imagine it's Sin Cara. I'm gonna lose my shit tonight.
No, if it's Sin Cara, I'm turning it off.
I swear to God, I'll cry laughing, bro.
Don't disrespect Andrade like that. It's gonna be Rush or it's gonna be some Spanish dude from Ring of Honor. It's gonna be one of them.
Oh, Bandito beat Rush for the title, so it could be Bandito.
It's gonna be Angel Garza.
Yeah, but Bandito's still.
He's a gem, but it's Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, remember, they do taping in sections, so that don't mean anything. They don't have live TV. They tape like 6 shows at a time.
All right, so this is a wrestling show. This is a wrestling podcast. So when you guys watch, but this is The Rock and Black Adam.
Ooh, looks like Infinity Stones.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Because I got people that tweet me. I mean, give me the
DC fandom,
it's The Rock.
Got to get your Twitter notifications on.
Come on, get your Twitter notifications on. Mike don't got a computer that work, but he got Twitter notifications.
That's a fact.
Wait, so last night was CMLL had their Super Friday.
Mm-hmm.
My Spanish events. The champion wasn't on last night. So I mean, and they filmed in Mexico City. So I mean, that's not just a drive you can make. So if you're not on TV, maybe it's because he gonna be on TV tonight.
So who's it gonna be?
It's Hechicero. That's the CML champion right now, and that is what he did tag with Andrade at one point, I believe.
It's definitely gonna be a shocker.
Let's not forget that tonight we also get the announcement of the brackets for the world title.
For the women's.
For the world title eliminator.
For the world eliminator tournament.
And the TBS women's tag team.
This is the one that Hangman Page is in.
Okay, so again,
one he won last year.
Again, for those tuning in, sorry. Cyclone, Hawkman, Adam Smasher, and Dr. Fate will be in Black Adam.
This guy.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
He's trying to cross streams now. You feel?
It was brought by Random Rants Extra Point. I would feel like that's you guys. So I was trying to plug y'all, but fuck me.
Squirrel.
I'm dead.
What's it called? I wish it was Rush, but I don't think it's gonna be Rush.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Probably Charlotte Flair.
When Rush gets there, it's gonna be a problem because I know he's gonna end up showing up.
Oh, Bandito's also.
Am I hearing correct? Do you keep saying it's gonna be Charlotte Flair?
Yes, he keeps saying that.
Yo.
Dickhead.
Okay.
All right, watch.
I don't know about all that.
All right, so women's bracket. What are we talking about?
They didn't say they were announcing that for tonight.
So we already agreed.
TBS Women's Tag Team Championship.
It can't be Osprey.
Come on.
I ain't done yet. It can't be Osprey.
No.
Why I can't?
Because he don't like him.
He likes them less.
Andrade don't like Osprey.
This is wrestling we talking about. You don't gotta like anybody.
You asked me a question. I said no.
This is true.
It's not gonna be him.
All right.
Didn't we agree that Ruby's gonna win?
Go to TBS.
Yeah.
Makes more sense. It's either her or Jay Cargill, but it might be too soon for Jay Cargill. Still kind of green.
I don't think they're gonna get nothing to Jay right now.
It's fucking Jack.
She's slapping people too hard still.
A little too stiff there.
I can't.
All right, what's next on that card? Is that it?
That's all that AEW tweeted for tonight.
All right, so let's end it like this. Monday night, the Friday Night Wars. Are we here or what?
I mean, I think by far AEW was a better show.
But do we believe that there's a war going on?
No.
No one's safe.
I don't think it's a war.
I don't think it's a war. It's not at the same time, unless they do this every week, which I doubt, because that's going to drain them.
Yeah.
And SmackDown, SmackDown did also like augment their card because they knew they weren't on their regular channel. So because whenever SmackDown's gone to FS1, they didn't go to FS1 this time, they went to FX. But every time they've changed channels, they lose people because people just Fox is one of those channels is right there. So you find it when you channel surfing, and then some people just stick around like, oh yeah, I still watch wrestling. No, oh, Roman's on, I'll leave it on. It's not the same thing. FS1 is like way away from all those type of channels. So it's like you watching FS1 for certain reasons. When you watch FS1, it's because you know what's going to be on. So SmackDown loses a little bit because of that. So even if the numbers come out and they don't look how we think they're going to come out, they're not real numbers because there's too many different things. You can watch, because here's the thing. It was on YouTube. You can put YouTube on and watch TV at the same time. They're separate devices. It's not like, oh, I can only watch one. It's one of those times like compared to the Wednesday Night Wars where it's like, unless you literally had two different TVs on or two different streaming servers on, you couldn't watch them at the same time. You had to go back and forth.
Right.
So it's a little different to me. And it's, again, not going to be every week. So it's not really a war. I totally believe what he's talking about, though. I don't think he's just saying it just, he's trying to get a little off of WWE back because we well past that at this point. I think Tony believed his shit legit. And I believe it.
Tony was talking hella spicy, and I was here for it. Like,
I was gonna ask, do we like this?
I like his spicy talk because there's some people that are taking it serious and taking it like extremely like verbatim and literal, and are like, oh my god, this is so bad. Why would you do that?
Like when Manny and Chance be arguing on a Facebook group.
Yeah, I don't know. He be coming off as a stand, man. I know you gonna watch this maybe later. You be coming off as a stand, B. I'm letting you know.
Well, and then there's some people that just watch or just look at what he's saying and are just like, huh, that's funny. I mean, and that's what it is. I don't think that anybody should be taking to heart any of the things that Tony Khan is saying in regards to WWE for the mere fact that Kenny made. Right now, it's not a war because of the fact that they're on at different times. I could see if maybe they were on at the same exact time, then sure, for shits and giggles, ratings would matter. All that little stuff would matter. Right now, they're they're saying it's a war, but they're being respectful of each other because of the fact that they come on at different times.
Well, supposedly, SmackDown did 793, and Rampage did 549.
Those are terrible numbers for SmackDown. So that by itself is saying, like, again, like I was saying, that those numbers don't equate to what SmackDown get every week. Here's another thing, like what you're saying about what CL was saying about Too Serious. Like, wrestling is escapism. Like, y'all, people seem to forget. Yeah, we watch this. At least I do a lot of time with an analytical and critical eye because I've been watching wrestling a long time. It's just the way I look at things. But those dude sitting in front of me last night. At one point when it was Suzuki versus Bryan, one of the chants was, "This is pro wrestling." And mind you, that was the main event of the buy-in. So we had already watched Elevation. We had already watched the rest of the buy-in. And he's like, "So what were you guys watching before?" And it's like, dude, take a fucking jail pill. Jesus Christ. And he was so bitter. Like, yo, first of all, if you know anything about wrestling, Vince has not said fucking the word wrestling in 25, 30 years. So number one, that's an argument you can
make.
Right.
He will not allow anyone to use that word.
He hates it. He don't have wrestlers. He has talent. It's sports and all that stuff. We all know.
Right.
First of all, so you could be talking. The crowd could have been talking about WWE. They could have been talking about anything, or they could just talk like this is good wrestling compared to like we had seen like 4 squashes already. Like again, it's escapism. It's entertainment. Yeah, we could talk. It's a war. This is better than that. What we like, what we don't like. But stop taking shit so seriously. Just like them both. Like you can like Roman and like AEW. Like some these people, they're Roman avatars or they're Fiend avatars. Like no, if it ain't on WWE, it ain't good. Oh, they doing too much flips. Or they too little. They've always been little wrestlers.
I hate that. I hate when I see.
It's always been little. Like that's like.
Right. Oh. I hate seeing that. Oh, there's too many flips. Da-da-da. Now, if anything, if we can say anything at one point, there were way too many suicide dives in WWE. Like literally. But at one point, there was a stretch where literally every single match, I mean, even now for the most part, but literally every single match had a suicide dive. Like every single match. And it was like, is that the only move that everyone knows how to do collectively? Because we could remove that for a while. I didn't like that.
I think that's one thing. I think that's a little different. One thing that's a little different. I'm not sure how much, because on WWE, you got to wrestle the style. But I don't think they talk about the finishes with each other. All they got to say, is there a finish? I think this is what the writers meetings be like. Is there a real finish or not? But they don't actually agree what the finish. Because I forgot, it was a Raw when I was still watching Raw live. Drew McIntyre had just started using a sleeper hold instead of using the Claymore kick all the time. But Drew McIntyre was in the main event. Literally, the finish of the match before was a sleeper hold. I'm like, there's no way. And it's after like 3 DQs. So you have 3 DQs in a row, and then you got 2 sleeper holds in a row. Like, y'all didn't talk about what the finishes was here. Y'all just talk about there's going to be finishes because there's so many non-finishes in WWE. That's the only thing that you need to discuss. Compared to when you see Miro do a sleeper hold, that means the next match is going to be off of a finisher. It's not going to be another submission. Like, that's one of those things that's the difference. That's the thing when you look at it at a critical eye, the storytelling is different. It's like, oh, this is a killer. He going to make you tap out. You're going to die. And then after he tap you out, he's still going to stop you out. Compared to like that's one of those differences. Like, the wrestlers talk. Like, they map out matches together. That's
Jay-Z, what you got to say? I don't know what you watching.
I just feel like Kenny said, like you don't have to hate WWE to love AEW, and the vice versa is true as well. And in terms of like fanship, I was surprised that they didn't sell out the James L. Knight Center last night. There was a lot of seats empty behind us. Yeah. Like in the 200 sections, those easily not even half of them were filled. Like there was like a whole like section with just empty seats. which was surprising me. You know, obviously it didn't take away from the show for me or anything, but as a, you know, obviously as a current, you know, employee of Mr. Chance, I have to make these observations. You know, it sucks. You know, you hate your boss, you got to work. You know, but either way. So, anyway,
don't feel like you're working for Vince.
I was surprised to see it. You know, like
yeah, I give y'all freedom.
But you can't compare WWE to WWE like that. Like at least not yet, because WWE would set up the James L. Mid Center 3 times over. You know. But you can't compare that. You can't compare the ratings either yet. I mean, AEW, it's hardcore fans, right? Like the mainstream hasn't even got a hint of AEW really yet. You know, and the more wrestlers like Bryan Danielson and Mox and these guys, the more, you know, you might get some of these like casual fans. Like you post some videos of Orange Cassidy doing his stuff, you know, people are like, damn, you know, this is kind of funny. Let me check this out. You know, you get more fans that way, but that takes time to build. Hardcore fans you can get in a hurry. If it's good wrestling, they're there. The mainstream is gonna come, but trying to, you know, battle it out now and whatever. And I respect Tony Khan because him doing this, again, no publicity is bad publicity. You know what I mean? So it's gonna bring more viewership. So let him talk all the smack he wants, but make sure that he's not actually going to war just yet, because that's not something AEW is gonna win in terms of, you know, ratings.
I do have a quick question.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, it's for you, Chance.
Oh, I'm ready.
Did you watch any of those Walter matches?
Oh, that whole yes.
Next question.
Does that
just gotta ask?
No, I didn't. I haven't yet. But I'm gonna watch the ones that you guys referred me to.
If you are not in the Discord, please go to the Discord just so you can understand.
Are you gonna give him a link?
I guess.
I mean, because they can't go if they don't know where they're going.
I guess I can supply the link.
Even though I think there's only one person watching right now, but that'll be for later, the watch back. But yeah, I don't really take the ratings and all that stuff serious because AEW's been around for what, 3 years? Is it?
The company is 3 years, on TV for 2.
If that, yeah, it feels like 2.
And how long was WCW in business, give or take?
10, 12 years.
So we haven't even reached WCW yet.
Yeah,
that's
Raw started.
Technically, they had AWA before that. So
yeah,
so Raw started in 561 BC.
Facts.
You know.
That's the thing. So here's the thing, right? Because they talk about all the time when USA and Fox executives get mad or whatever, but they still advertise both shows and NXT on each other's shows and all that stuff. When hockey, which is the reason why we didn't have Rampage on, we didn't have Dynamite on Wednesday because hockey was on. They don't say, oh, normally at this time is Dynamite. Y'all should check that. They didn't say that. They don't get that.
Nope.
So that's the major difference. He said BC. This guy.
Yeah, Mike, you got any final shots or you ain't here?
Depends. He's still driving. With
Was
the
he?
radio on. He definitely was.
Mike's like Chuck E. Cheese right now.
I'm dead.
Is he? Because
Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm a
No,
little jealous.
that's later.
I'm dead.
You have any final shots?
Me, nah, like y'all, I like everything that y'all said, JJ and Kenny, and I guess everybody, and what you said too. You know, like people need to just kind of get out of the realm of. People need to get out of the realm of like comparing AEW to WWE because again, it's new. We have to give it time if they're going to quote unquote overtake WWE or just get its own ratings. They have to, be consistent. And then Rampage, you cannot compare like a show that comes on after another show. It's more of a follow up, and it's smart because it's piggybacking off of those who may be even dissatisfied with what they just saw on SmackDown or whatever. Like they can okay, you know what? Let me just go ahead and turn over and watch more wrestling because, as we all know, like they don't give enough time to actual wrestling on WWE, and it's kind of like hardcore fans. Like JJ said, they want to see more wrestling. I'm a story person. Like I love stories, but those stories should cultivate inside of the ring, and that's kind of what AEW does. Like the story, and they let it finish and play out in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, like technically, there's a lot that goes against Rampage if you think about it. They're going on after SmackDown, like you just said. Which one you're probably already tired of watching for 2 hours. Now you got to watch another hour and a half
to let to Raw.
So that's
I
one.
was about to say the same damn thing.
So that's one that goes against it too. Depending on what demo you're going for, most 18,
35.
28 people are going to the club or going out on a Friday night. So there's actually a lot of stuff that goes against Rampage for it still to be doing as well as it is.
So let me ask y'all something completely random, right?
Well,
I
that
saw this one line. Which shirt do you believe wrestling shirt is more iconic? First choice is
Undertaker.
Austin 316 or
Okay.
NWO shirt.
Based on last night, I'm gonna call it the Stone Cold shirt. Seen about 20 of those. Seen.
Whoa, hold on. I seen like 20 NWO shirts last night.
Oh,
that's hard.
Hey, depends on which direction it was. See, that's what it was. I was looking left. You're right. That's what it is.
Well, what it is this. When I was sitting down ready for wrestling, you was out getting food. I was seeing all the NWO shirts pouring. That's what it was.
Ken.
Oh, so all the old people they need to get in the chest.
Oh,
buy him a hot dog tonight, please.
So I walk in. I walk into every wrestling event I go to. I walk in with my NWO belt. And I get all types of reaction. People come up to me. They give me like they're like too sweet. Everything. They give me everything when I get in there. They get hyped up when they see the belt. They're like, hey, it's the champ. I'm like, I know it's the champ.
But which is more iconic?
I think
I say Austin 316.
I think the most iconic is the NWO. I think the most
iconic is that you can't see me.
I think the most sold is probably Stone Cold.
Stop it,
wait.
Stop it.
Wait a second. Not that you can't see me. That's not even in comparison.
Yeah.
First of all, that's like 6 shirts because you gotta have them every color of the rainbow. That's the one.
Right. Maybe to children, that's the most iconic because little boys wear it all the time. So yeah, I completely agree with you on that.
I agree.
Oh my gosh.
Are you saying I lost weight? I appreciate it.
So on that note,
I meant like little children. Little children.
No, but for real though, Austin 316 more iconic.
I think NWO is. I think Austin sold more though.
Yeah, but check me out though. Think about the basis of these shirts. NWO was a group. It was a long-term thing. Austin 316 was something Stone Cold said, and it sells more. It's iconic. It's a phrase that made it to stardom as opposed to an entire group of superstars. A phrase that sells more than an entire group of superstars.
Shout out to King of the Ring.
Shout out to King of the Ring.
I mean, it was King of the Ring, but
and you know what?
Exactly.
I'll put it this way. Austin 316 is the most iconic because
Austin 316
Stone Cold said so.
Because JJ said so. All right, let's go.
All right, people. Tell your people goodbye.
Big Match J.
Hey, y'all catch me on Go for Two Sports Podcast. I'm at Sports Day coming for you soon. Dan Snyder real soon.
Matter of fact,
all that.
Hey, we need to get in the ring.
Hey, say it again. Say it again, Kenny, because I know you was gonna plug yourself.
Hey, shout out to get on that Go for Two Sports Podcast. Sports betting is legal in Florida, so I'm becoming y'all with the picks. Show y'all how I be making some.
Is it really?
Yes, sir. As of yesterday, last night, and we're going to the casino tonight. After
we can gamble now.
Some bread, yeah.
Is there a site?
We're going where after the casino? We're going where?
Hard Rock has full control. So Hard Rock, Miccosukee, all those type of hotels and those resorts gonna have full control.
Oh, sorry, but there's not a site.
FanDuel is already petitioning to get on their bandwagon. I got that shit in the mail on Thursday. So them boys already like, oh, I want my bread too. So they trying to petition like, oh, we're gonna give somebody this.
You about to see me?
You know what it's really about. You know what it's really about, that bread. So I'm gonna show y'all how to make some bread. Come over to the Go for Two Sports Podcast. I'm gonna show y'all how I do it.
What about Boomer Bus?
Boomer Bus, we there every 2 weeks. Y'all not doing too good in fantasy.
I mean, every 2 weeks. We here every week.
Hey, look here.
Hey, Kenny, can you
he's there every 2 weeks.
I need the waiver wire picks. We got you. I'm already. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all what Hines do tomorrow. Y'all gonna see. Pick them up off the waiver wire Thursday morning.
2 and 3. 2 and 3.
Hey, take it easy. I was robbed.
2 and 3.
I was robbed.
I can't.
Black Manta.
4 and 1.
Hey.
4 and 1.
All right, people. We appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, share. Make sure you check the community so you can tell when we go live. You can come talk to us. Come be with us. We here. Roll up, smoke up, choke up. We here.
Sheesh. Do a flip.